And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Gets the back moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Flips it out in the flat. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Skinner. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. He might want another play. Hand off for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got him.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. A little release to the back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th
He'll bring it out. It's down. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You got to love that 3rd down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll pull it down. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, and give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Caught. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second.
Oh, but you ain't complaining about that. I heard you complaining my whole drive, but he caught it, didn't get tackled, and ran. Come on, bro. Because I what? How am I taking all that? You taking just as much fucking time as I, bro. God damn.
Always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to the ground with the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Scrambling away. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Scoop and score.
They say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift they can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did.
Nah, they helped too on that 3rd down where you caught a pass behind the line of scrimmage and then broke a tackle to the first down. You decided to run out of the pocket on the goddamn, you know what I mean? On a whim, nigga. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. I sound like a female. You've been bitching this whole game, but I sound like a female. All right. All right. You ain't sound like a baby mama, nigga. That's what all loser niggas, that's the first thing you go to is insults. You can't win, so you go to insults. That's a bitch move. That sounds like a bitch. All right. Sure. Sure. Sure, bro. Whatever helps you sleep.
Surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people...
Here's a little room there. Couldn't ask for much more there.
That's all you got. Is this little bitch ass inside zone.
For this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks
That's all you got.
More big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off, and by that point...
Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence.
That ball is intercepted.
You're a fucking loser.
He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
What do you want me to do with 20 seconds left in the half? What? Throw it up so you get an interception? Huh? Is that what you want? I don't need to. The half's gonna run out.
The second half. That might be
Nigga, you took the whole 2nd quarter. Oh my God, you a bitch, bruh.
so the decision has
I know how you act in your whole real life. You a whole hoe out shit, boy. You had the ball the entire 2nd quarter. Then you got down there and threw a fucking pick.
and he's able to
You had the ball the whole 2nd quarter. Oh, God damn, you just a fucking lost bitch ass nigga. That's all.
Turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The play action fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Bring in the heat. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Delivers.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too. And that time, maybe showing a bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They want nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
22. Where did he go? They'll give it to Isaac Brown. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature. They're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He wants to throw it. Flips it out to the back. There he goes. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to move the stick for Brown. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Louisville!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. looking for a gap. It's Martin. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready.
And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires left. Zips it out to his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
With the catch, it's Bachmeier. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Working on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back to back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Wants to throw again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Here's the Heat. Avoids pressure on the right. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, BYU!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, We've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Touchdown, Cardinal. And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bachmeier. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zone.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten the rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, ball, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Breaks the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
And they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them that they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Paul.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.